Yo, it's your boy, DRC from PainInTheGulo.com.
And your boy Remy Roy causing that ruckus.
Yo,
This is
talk
yo shit.
nigga.
That was perfect, nigga.
I used to feel I used to feel like, yo, niggas all wanna be.
Oh no, we gotta start it over because we was talking about this picture on the wall, some brolic niggas obviously working out. And he was like, I used to want to look like that. I'm like, nigga, I body shame myself because I want to look like that. Not body shame, but it's like, damn, I still got this, I still got that. But I realized the book that I'm reading, like that's just a fucking excuse, bro. You know what I mean? Like you said, it takes discipline it's health, it's what you eat, nutrition, it's how you sleep, it's your thing. But it's like if you make it a lifestyle, it's like why not make that a lifestyle if you really want that? Not saying that you have to have that, but even if you want it at one point in your life, you know what I mean? The longer you wait, the harder it's gonna get. So it's just like might as well go after it now. But it's really like 2 years of training, not even 2 years, because the celebrities do it in months. 2-3 months.
The intensity, yeah.
You're right. So if you really, really want it, but it's like if you want to maintain that as a lifestyle, then you gotta figure out how to balance into it.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I mean?
shit, you do that shit in months, that shit make you hate that shit.
Oh yeah,
that shit gonna
definitely.
make you hate that.
But the thing about it is you gotta, and that's why and then it's less likely that you will keep it. You know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
For
But
sure.
if you gradually go into it and you find out the tricks, like The Rock knows his tricks. His cheat day, he eats whatever the fuck he wants. 5 pizzas, a dozen pancakes, and shit. I'm like,
I
what?
go home.
But then the thing about another dude I've been watching, Michael Jai White. That nigga, he says I eat whatever the fuck I want, but it's in moderation. I don't eat that shit 5 times a week. But sometimes I do and I be wildin'. But the thing about it is I have a fast metabolism, I know my body type, and I exercise every day. So it's different for me. And then on top of that, my body has muscle memory of how to go back to what I used to look like because I've been in this shape all my life. Now, if you talk about somebody who's always been fat, their body don't know this new form that they just took on. Another thing I had to realize is, that the book made me think of, is you're already that. Stop thinking of what you want to be. Be that already and think from that perspective. So it's like, I'm already that brolic. I just gotta take this layer of fat off. I gotta remove some fat here. That means I'm gonna change this diet and this part. I'm gonna have to probably go a little bit harder on abs and back so it can fill out. If I want a flatter stomach, if I want a bigger chest, I'm gonna have to do more push-ups or go heavier or do more sets. So it's just understanding where you at, understanding what you want to. Oh, okay. If I get rid of, like, how much muscle is under all my fat? I never really seen it because I've always been a chubby person, but it's just like, nigga, to carry all this fat around, there needs to be some type of muscle. What that muscle look like? I don't know because I never I never got to see it because of the fat, but the shit is there. It's just underground like a seed. The seed is dead when this shit start. You don't see it. It look like nothing happened. You just watering the dirt. But it's like, that's why you keep running or you keep doing your workouts.
I learned that.
And then gradually and surely,
You learn all that shit. And the posture. Posture is everything.
my nigga, I realized that my shoulders are always forward. Like even right now, my shoulders forward. Like your arm's supposed to be next to you,
bro.
My shoulders is always in front of me. My arms are always in front of me.
You talk about 10 plus years.
And then on top of that, if I do that, it works out a certain part of my back that I've never realized.
Nigga, I'll have to learn this. You're not big. You don't have boobs, nigga. You're standing wrong.
Right.
My nigga, once I stand straight, nigga, my shit go right. It's where it's supposed to be. Now it's not being comfortable.
Right.
Because it's not.
You're not used to that.
But I learned the hard way because if you run, and bike a lot, you better find your posture because that's how you have to breathe. Right. That's how I could run so long. Because I figured out, nigga, you not straight, nigga. The air's not coming through the way it's supposed to.
Right.
When you take smoke,
when I bike, even though a lot of bikers you see them over, they don't have their back straight when they leaned over, and that affects your mobility with the legs.
But nigga,
so it was just like,
nigga, I learned that.
I do this thing on the bike where I go all the way down. I put my forearms on the fucking bar, on the handlebars. And my nigga, when I tell you I know I look stupid as hell, but when I tell you, nigga, I be zooming uphill, nigga. I'm like, oh, nah, this nigga, I'm about to look stupid all the time passing these motherfuckers.
Feel the same way when niggas start running like this. When you see niggas running like,
right,
nigga, that you feeling it. I can breathe, nigga. I can channel my whole energy through that.
I know exactly what you mean, because yesterday I realizing, oh shit, my shoulders is a lot. I could come off a lot wider if I just put my shoulders back. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is like, you know what I'm saying, I can't do pull-ups. You know why I can't do pull-ups? Because the first initial part of pull-up is putting your shoulders back and down. And then pulling from there. I don't ever try to do pull-ups from there. And when I try to do a pull-up like that, I'm like, oh shit.
Like right
I still can't do it, but I'm like a lot stronger. I'm able to pull up a lot higher. You know what I mean?
I ain't believe him.
The whole fucking room.
When he started training me and shit,
right.
He said dips. He said get your dips up, and then it helps with your pull-ups. I didn't believe him until nigga did 5 straight pull-ups. Cause nigga, the dips, the motion, and then you just, and then you got the negative pull-ups, where you pull yourself like damn, instead of pulling, damn I forgot, you know, damn this, the negative.
It's like you let yourself down slow. Oh, you say you be watching documentaries and shit? Nigga, I watch YouTube videos of exercises that I'm probably never gonna do because I don't go to the gym. I only have a barbell, 25-pound dumbbells, and my bike, basically. You know what I mean? I got 15 pounds that I never use, and I got 8-pounders that I use for shadow boxing sometimes. But like, outside of that, and the bands, I got bands. But outside of that, that's all I have. That's my gym. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna get me into shape, because literally, I might have a barbell at my house, weights, plates to put on it. I'll probably get those Olympic plates so I could start being able to drop the shits and they won't break. But I'm gonna get a barbell, Olympic plates. I doubt I might get a bench press. I'm about to do this routine with chest. If I could do chest with push-ups, then that's what I'm gonna do in an incline. And then I have a pull-up machine with the dip shit attached, so I could do my abs, back, dips, push-ups, and then the barbell will be for everything else, like shoulders and shit like that. And then when I get heavier, I could do heavier weights. I mean stronger when I get heavier. When I get stronger, I can do heavier weights. But that's gonna be my whole gym. Like literally, it's not gonna need a lot. Probably have it in my garage or some shit like that. But it's just like, or a room if I don't have a crib at the moment. But like that shit is definitely a lifestyle. Pull-ups is about to be my best friend. Once I could do pull-ups, nigga, I won't need bands no more.
Nigga, I felt the same about running. Like now I have to do. I started doing outside the reservoir. It's the reservoir, then there's the track outside for the runners. You feel me? That shit. It's the same, but it feel like it's different. Got hills and all that.
The what?
Like in the reservoir in Central.
Yeah.
And then outside the reservoir, it got a run around too. And then outside that, it got for the bikes.
Okay.
So I do the reservoir, which is a complete circle. You just going around in one motion. Then outside, it's the hill. So it got too easy, the reservoir. So it's the reservoir, then outside, and then back to the reservoir. And then I'll be doing my the basketball drill when you down and you got them without crossing your feet. I jump over gates and shit for the bunnies. I don't leave that shit. I can't leave that shit. I never leave that park feeling good. Like I literally feel like either I'm about to throw up, shit on myself, or pass out, which is all great at the end of the day. And it got to the point, nigga, I be running, and it's like, yo, bro, where you at? Like, oh shit, you running. We in the park right now.
Right.
Cause a nigga, it's a lot of mental shit, man.
I do it for the pump and for the mental part of it, because I do 2 laps. The first lap I'm trying to do as fast as possible. Second lap is don't quit. But the thing about it is still doing it as fast as possible. I can't go over 15 minutes, but I try not to go over 15 minutes. My best time is like 10 minutes so far. And I think it's 3.8 6 miles. So I do 2, so that's my 5.
Oh, you timing yourself?
Yeah, I time myself. So I time my laps around the whole park. So I'm about, my best time is 10 minutes, my worst time is about 15. But like, that's like my average is 15. But yeah, once I get stronger, I'm just gonna up it another lap. And then what I started doing now is, I don't go under 2. It's like 2 gears. So there's 3 gears on this side and it's like 7 on this side. It's all the way up on 7 on this one, and I only do 2 and 3. So 2 is regular. If I get tired and I gotta go uphill, that's 2. And then I started, what happens is there's downhills, and I can't ride on the downhill because it's not thick. Yeah. So now I crank it up to 3, and I be breezing through the downhills, but then I keep it on 3 until I can't go up a hill anymore. And I get that
Those
pump
be it right there,
shit, right? But the thing about it is like, yeah, and I used to have to do that for like hills when I was in the city. But it's like, in the city I was getting paid and I had an incentive. Oh, I gotta hurry up. Somebody ordered their food, whatever the case may be. But it's like, now it's just like, what's gonna give you that? Fuck it, nigga, just go hard. Like, you know what I mean? And then I had to stop stop trying to chase people and go at my own pace. When I try to chase somebody, they usually end up passing me back up. But when I don't chase somebody and I just ride my thing, I usually end up passing them.
Some lady was joking with
because motherfuckers can't do what I do on uphill.
On the stroller, she was trying to pass me. I saw some type of way that she was keeping up with me. Nigga, she had the working out strollers.
Right.
And she moving, bro. And I seen her wheel next to me. I'm like, oh, nah, she too. So now I move up a little. I speed up a little. And then she speed up a little. I'm like, oh, nah, she using me as a marker, boy. Right. I said, oh, nah, we out, nigga. You better kick up, nigga. And that's when I get on my funny. Oh, we out, nigga. Fuck all that.
You stupid.
My number one thing is, do not stop. I make sure my shoelaces, bro, I hate stopping. When I do not stop, bro. I've been times, if I stop, like the other time, like 3 weeks ago, my shoelace kept on fucking time, bro. Like 4 times in the middle of my lap, bro. I gave myself an extra lap behind that. And look how it worked out. Now I have to do 3 laps now. But I was like, dog, you're not leaving. That stopping shit, I feel like it just ruined your heart it give a chance for your heart to relax. Like, nah, man, we gotta keep that shit.
But the fact that you have that mentality where there's no, like, you understand? We get that there's no cheating yourself. If you cheat yourself here, you don't need, you know what I mean?
Doing that shit for a long time, facts. And then when you start realizing.
That's what I realized with my workouts before, especially when I got back into it.
Yeah.
After my injury, I wasn't pushing myself, or I was pushing myself to my comfort zone.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, nah, nigga.
I did more than I did the other time.
Go harder. You know what I mean? And then the thing is, like, I don't go about, like, reps is fuck reps. How many reps you do? Or if you could do, I could do 50. I did, like, the other day, I did in 10 minutes. I did the 50 squats and the 50 deadlifts in 10 minutes, right? So now next time it's like, I don't have heavier weights, it's gonna be like, all right, go for 7, 8 minutes. Try to put that shit out in 8 minutes. Because what I did was I took a break, because I was doing 45 seconds on squats, 45 seconds deadlift, 45 seconds squats, 45 seconds deadlift. So I went 3 rounds, I took a 45-second break, and then I did the 4th round, and I took another 45-second break, did the 5th round, took a 10-second break, and then did the last deadlifts, and it was just like right in 10 minutes, and it was just like, oh, okay. I didn't think I could do that. I didn't know I was capable of that. But if I never pushed myself, I would have been like, oh, okay, let me wait a little bit more time.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, fuck that shit. But now I got a goal with the whole Killmonger shit and all that. It's like, fuck that shit. Why not? Why the fuck not? You an infinite being, my nigga. You already the nigga that you trying to be. It's the muscles there, nigga. You just don't see it yet, nigga. Push that shit the fuck up, nigga.
The muscles, definitely.
And start telling myself that shit easy.
Facts, man.
That shit easy.
Like we spoke about before, it's about just the breathing. If you can breathe, you can keep going. Your body gonna hurt. But if you can breathe through it, then you good.
A lot of it is mentally too, and that's what I start saying it out loud. So when I watch it back, I say out loud when I'm done, like when I feel done, and I say it out loud. So when I watch it back, it's like, oh, you was done at set 3, but you went all the way to fucking 5. So that done ain't done. It's just, oh, it's working.
Yeah, that's what.
You know what I mean? And change that.
And that's where that discipline came from, man. From my man, bro. My man Alo, bro. That was, bro. I'd be like, I can't do no more. Nigga just give you a disgusted look, like, bro, that's your mind, bro. And then to make him look crazy, a nigga end up doing like 20 more, and he like, look, nigga, and that's
when, see, I feel like that's when you use your ego. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's like egos for that one more, not for like 7 more, or trying to hurt yourself or overdo what you know you can't do.
You just gotta break that mind. Once you can stop that shit from talking, I'm tired.
The thing about it is, I let my mind talk, and it tells me, yo, this is just hard, and I'm like, yeah, it's hard. It's like, don't you want to stop? Yes, I do want to stop. But why aren't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm not.
For sure.
Because this is when the work starts. You know what I mean? When I'm going up the hill and I'm feeling all good and it's all nice and it's like I'm bouncing on the air, that first mile or whatever the fuck it is.
Facts, bro.
That ain't the work.
Facts.
The work is when you out of breath, out of gas. You feel like you want to just take a quick.
When you keep that shit, when your mind like, just questioning and like, yo, why are you here? Like, what are you
why
doing?
We still doing
why you even want to do this right now? But when it got to the point where you would feel worse not doing it.
But now it's like
quitting doing it.
Right, but we could do that shit when it comes to exercise, and I feel like a lot of guys have that shit. But now, let's twist it back. Your shit with the sleeper. What's up with your sleep?
I always took heed to the sleep is the cousin of death. You sleep and you die.
But I feel like I get that. My problem with sleep was it never came when I wanted it to, and it was always around when I didn't want it. You know what I mean? So that's what contributed to my lateness. Outside of my me being a recovering procrastinator. Oh yeah, I'm changing it. Cause remember last week I said I'm a consistent at procrastination.
Yeah.
Words is power. I'm a recovering procrastinator.
Facts.
So, like I have a relationship with sleep, and it's like meditation has been my middle ground, but it's like the problem that I have with sleep is like when I know I should go to bed, I can't fall asleep, and I don't go to sleep, and then that next day when I'm supposed to be up, and I know I'm supposed to be up, I want to go right the fuck back to sleep, and that's when sleep is so easily accessible. Sleep is so easily accessible when I need to be up, but when I need to go to sleep, it's just so, just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like you just don't want to sleep. I never heard of that shit. Like, why you think like what?
On vacation, if you ever travel together, if I don't sleep.
You don't sleep?
I'll be up at 4. I remember last time I went to Arizona, she was scared. One of the people who went, she was like, yo, this nigga's cleaning the whole house at 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, I can't do shit like that.
I'm not sleeping, bro.
I'll be loud as hell. I'll be too loud.
Nigga, but, I know it's just how you say it. It's, I don't know, bro. And then the problem comes, all right, you're not sleeping, so what you doing when you up? And then that's when the anxiety comes, or you're not doing enough.
I feel like, okay, so, alright, bet. So sleep ain't the problem. I think your relationship to sleep is. Meaning, the fact that you said sleep is the cousin of death is, I don't know, that sounds like a Lil Wayne bar.
It is.
It is, right?
But it's one of them sayings
but it's
that's
like,
been there.
That's bullshit, because if you don't recover correctly, you won't be optimally able to perform. So like your best writing is gonna come after your best sleep. It's not gonna come you trying to write extra hours because you feel like you know what I mean?
And that's cool.
So it's like, I feel like before you even try to fix the sleeping habit, you gotta remind yourself what sleep, or change your relationship to sleep. Like sleep isn't the cousin of death. Sleep is the cousin of death if you ain't doing shit and you always sleeping all the goddamn time. Now I feel like if you're in a depression and you can't, and you sleep too much, I feel like that's when it's the cousin of death. You know what I mean? When you sleep too much, like you slept 8 hours, you wake up, you still tired.
And you do that.
So right, so I don't think you're there. But even before even sleeping, I feel like it's just like you should take time to do nothing. You know what I mean? But it's active time to do nothing.
And that's one of the hardest shit. So that's what.
But it's like what you're gonna do is in that active time is you're gonna rest. You're gonna be like, I'm gonna try not to think about shit.
And that's what.
Not try not to think about writing.
That's what
I'm not gonna try to think about nothing. But I'm gonna just sit here and just chill. You can smoke a blunt if you want to.
I said,
don't really watch nothing.
And
if you watch anything, watch motherfuckers like watch people go by or some shit.
So cause I do that. But like you said, you're not watching nothing. Like I'm gonna tell you two differences. I could do that, but if I'm doing that in the crib, dolo, everything off, I tend to think of I start thinking of shit that's gonna put me somewhere. Now I remember one time I went and I sat in Central Park and I was just watching the squirrels. That's why I didn't want squirrels,
They said the best type of thing is nature.
Yeah, that's a fact, nigga.
Watching nature, like watching going to the beach.
You seen them little squirrels jumping from tree to tree that high, bro? That shit was like that. So squirrels and ducks, man, I fucks with them too. And geese. Geese is disrespectful. I like them. Them niggas, they be on their bullshit, bro.
You said they disrespectful. I like them.
Type of niggas make you wonder, like, yo, why I got these niggas as pets sometimes? Like, these niggas, bro, them niggas do whatever they want. So, the sleep, and then, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, my nigga. I put everything on pause. Now I put the work, like the physical part, in terms of working and writing on pause. I gotta put the mind on pause until I come back from this trip. Cause I could be honest with self and tell you when a nigga got stupid writer's block. And I got that off the strength of, now I'm in self-preservation mode. Cause my mind is starting to go. Like I told you, I can't live in New York no more. And until I get the fuck out of here, then I can be that person I want. There's no excuse, but it's a battle. It's being realistic, my nigga. You're not gonna evolve unless you cut certain people off. It's the hardest truth. It's just what it is, nigga. And now it's just doing it. And I know, and I've been thinking, I come to the conclusion, my nigga, you haven't left this spot. Like you've been quarantined up for a while, bro. Like you haven't just been around, slept around other people. Like you just and you
nigga. I'm gonna throw this at you.
Go ahead.
Cause I feel you, and I felt like I had an opportunity like that real recently, and that it switched up.
Mm-hmm.
You say you can't become the person you want to be until you leave New York, right?
Facts.
I challenge you to become that person in New York. I challenge you now, before you leave New York, to become that person.
You know what's crazy?
Like you can't leave New York until you become that person, type shit. And you only got, what, 2 months?
And now that you say that like that though, bro, I am that person already. But it's not gonna work here.
But the thing about it is, all right, so now, you see how it says it's not gonna work here?
It's not.
Make that shit work here.
I've been. It's not, it's nah, my nigga. And
the thing about it is, it might be a something as little as changing how you look at something,
mm-hmm.
or like really taking in New York. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna have these barriers no more. You know what I mean? So really understand these barriers or what they look like. So when you do leave New York, but these barriers want to try to position themselves in different forms, wherever the hell you choose to live, you be like, oh, that's that like when I was on the subway shit.
Yo.
I'm not on the subway out here because there's no subways, but that's that subway energy. That's that New York subway energy. Oh nope, that's that New York traffic.
Yeah.
That's that New York traffic energy.
The first time.
Oh, that's that Brooklyn.
That's
crazy.
That.
Nope.
This is the first time that I actually.
But I'm in Arizona. But it might be some white racist motherfucker who's bringing that energy.
That's the funny part, my nigga. That now saying it for the first time. But you ever saying it out loud now? Nah, nigga. I know it's exactly it's what Dre did. It's what Dr. Dre did. It's time to go. I'm gonna go build. Oh, y'all niggas just robbing me, NWA. I'm gonna go build Death Row. Oh, this is funny shit here too. I'm God enough to know it's time to leave. Now I'm gonna go make Interscope. New York is over, bro. Like there's
no, I don't.
Nah, but in terms of the attitude, like my man used to say, like, yo, bro, you know, and I was like, you gonna go to Arizona and think you're not gonna see no crackheads? You think you're not gonna see shit that be happening in New York too? Like, nigga, I know that. I mean, it's time for a different movie, man.
Nah, but I definitely get that, and I'm not trying to tell you to fall back in love with New York. You know what I mean? I want your mentality to be like, put me in a fucking jungle in Africa, and you can't take this from me, type shit. You know what I mean? You could put me in a worse environment than New York, and I'll still be able to maintain my shit, type of shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like literally, it don't matter what your environment is. If you're really solid and centered in yourself,
of course,
can't shit really knock you off. You know what I mean?
But when you
part of being solid is knowing, of course,
but
I gotta move.
Exactly. So when you're in touch with your bitch, you know I'm gonna get in trouble here if I don't get away, bro. And that's just what it is, my nigga. And
I definitely feel you, cause like I felt like that in like 2018, 2017. I was ready to leave New York, and then I had King, and it's just like I'm not gonna leave that responsibility, especially that early.
And she wasn't going.
I personally feel like I had nothing to do with her. I personally feel like once we understood we was gonna keep the child, I personally feel like the first couple of years are the most important. You know what I mean? Like whenever I have kids again, because I am building the future to where I'll be my own boss.
Yeah.
My break, I would take probably like a good 6 months break, you know what I mean? Or I like every weekend type of shit. Or every 2 weekends. Every 2 weekends I'll do something. But I want to be around the child for especially the first year, but not just the first year, but like the beginning part, you know what I mean? A lot of people, especially parents, they think when the child is young, they don't remember that shit, but it's like, it's a remembrance that is unshakable if it's planted correctly. You know what I mean? It's a root that, you know what I mean? I could not see you for years after that, but you'll recognize me and I recognize you 5 years apart, you know what I mean? Not saying that we would be 5 years without going to see each other, but it's just like, I feel like when you're around for those times, the child has a different connection with the parent. And I even know for my daughter, around 2 or 3, I wasn't able to be around her for a couple of months, which then bridged seeing her weekly shit. But it's like even now, I feel like our relationship, the reason why with all the drama we've been through, we've been able to always come back to each other is because I was shooting in the gym. I didn't have a job when she was born, so I was her mother was working.
Okay.
I mean, she was in school.
Okay.
So I was the primary caretaker of my daughter.
Yeah.
And I feel like that. If I was wondering why the fuck I had to waste all that time, or I had to be the thing, or whatever the case may be, it's like, okay, so now she knows you as your dad, as her dad. She wants a good relationship with you. You fuck up, but she still wants to. She's willing to forgive you and move forward, because it's like there's a connection to me. It's like that's my fucking dad. Like even now, she's about to move to North Carolina. And I don't feel insecure about it because it's like I know she knows she has a father, and I'm gonna come see her whenever I can and all that other shit. So it's just like, oh, it's important to have that. Even when the mother's pregnant with the child, you know what I mean? Going to the doctor visits and all that shit. I'm very like, we pregnant right now, nigga. Because if you not good, then that's gonna affect our child. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm gonna do everything I could do to contribute to your well-being. But yeah, like that whole shit, I feel like It don't have to be sleep. It might be meditation too, but your whole relationship with sleep, that it's a cousin of death. Yeah, your mind, that don't apply for you. It might apply for you if you might go through a depression in life and then just like you sleeping all day. I feel like that applies when it's the opposite. But if it's like you only get 4 hours of sleep and you still feel like when you sleep you're wasting time, I feel like that might just be like you said, you feel like you're not doing enough. And I feel like you said, you took a pause on writing. But if you took a pause on writing because you feel like you have a writer's block, and not because you want to prepare for your transition, then I feel like that's something more to look into then. Fact. You know what I mean? I'm a writer, I don't get writer's block. Who do you be? You know what I mean? That's what the fuck you do. How do you get in block on who you are? Unless something else is blocked. What else is blocked? Figure that shit out. Fact. Then that writer's block won't go. But you not blocked, something else is on your mind.
Yeah, that's getting the fuck out of it. And that shit, it's just figuring out the balance of it. But it's but then again, my nigga, when a nigga wake up, like, yo, we winning this season, and we winning the playoffs, and we winning the chip, and I'm winning the MVP, you gotta go into a certain mindset anyway. Don't really. So that's exactly what I'm. It's being timid or always worrying about how people see you or how you come off. They say you physically doing that. You're physically being timid. And that's wrong. That's the last thing you ever want to do. And that's been the nigga MO for a while. And realizing nigga Jordan, whoever you want to bring up, does not win the chip, does not win what they set out to do, worrying about how the fucking reporters is going to talk about me, how my teammates is even going to look at me. At the end of the day, be here to do a purpose, and that's win, boy. Right. And that's just what it is now. That's what it just comes down to, bro. It's time to evolve. It's time to embrace. Stop fighting off the. Stop fighting what's natural. That's all. It's time to stop fighting what's natural, and then everything will flow with it. And then that's the thing. It's amazing. Like, I never felt like this before, bro. Like, I can't breathe. Yo, my nigga, I'm one of them niggas, bro. You would never ever hear, yo, you gonna be like, yo, bro, I just heard it's 128 degrees out there, bro. And you in a blackout, like, because it be blackouts out there. You got no air right now, bro. You good? I'm good, nigga. I swear to God, nobody will ever hit. Cause that's the shit too. You know, this too. I'm getting a lot of.
I wish I could be in some shit like that.
I'm getting a lot of fucking. You know, when you tell certain things, they're like, yo, but it's gonna be hot over there. Like,
that's people's excuses. And all pieces. What I learned, what excuses was, is a choice.
Everything's a choice, man.
There's a choice you make to not. There's a choice to not do it. There's a reason not to do it.
Everything to do or not do is a choice. It's crazy, man. You choosing everything in your life, whether you know it or not. Yeah, and you better know it.
And the thing about it is, like, with the whole feel like you're not doing enough, because I get that shit a lot too, and I'm realizing, like, even just the other day, I heard people are getting. The IRS coming after people because they took like a loan out for business.
Yeah, the PPP loans. Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, why wasn't I on my shit? I could have got a PP loan because I actually am opening up a business. Mm-hmm. But then I realized, just last week, I learned exactly what I want. I want a printing press. I want a printer that could do this. I already have my embroidery machine. Yeah. I got a laptop that's gonna be able to. Laptop that's able to edit videos. Mm-hmm. I got my digitizing software on that too. And that'll be my money laptop if I'm doing like things online. If I gotta travel, that's gonna be that laptop. And it's just like, but if I had the money then, I would have just spent it on, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking about at that moment.
At that moment.
You know what I mean? A year ago during COVID. And it's just like, I wouldn't just, even if I did buy things in the right capacity, I wouldn't have known exactly what the fuck I want to do and spend just as much money as I want to, and then save the rest of that shit to do something else or just to have for whatever purposes, you know, as backup or just in case money. But it's just like, I'm glad I didn't get that money because I didn't have nothing to do with money. Now that I have a whole different mindset of money and relationship to money, it's like I already have plans for money. You know what I mean? So it's like when my money comes, it's not like I spend it scarcely. I already have plans for the shit where it's just like I'll pay this, I pay this, I pay that, and then whatever else is there, then I could spend scarcely. You know what I mean? But I already got shit that I already know. As soon as this money coming, I got this to go to that, this to go to that, this to go to that, whatever's left over. Oh, I got this much left over? Oh, okay. I don't think I wanted this. I want a video game. Let me get this again. Let me get this. Let me get that. Oh, okay, boom. And I go cop that shit, but it's like, before, I was just like, whatever the fucking, there's an ad on Instagram, I get a film, I gotta see a movie and they rollerblading, so I go buy rollerblades and I never go for shit like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even with the fucking money that they gave us last year, if I had that money now, the $800 of week shit, nigga. But it's like I had to go through that shit so I could understand the value of money. And then and not even understand the value of money, but understanding having that much money, because that's the most amount of money that I had in my life at
a given point.
Right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a extended period of time, you know what I mean? So it's just like, because child support always took from my shit. And they took a good chunk.
Yeah, they knew that. Oh, so they own all that. They know when what's what.
Yeah, it took them a while to catch me at one of these spots, but the other spot, they called me right like at the theater. They called me the second week.
They call you?
They caught me my second week.
They call you though, or they just start taking?
They just take it. It's like taxes, nigga.
And you see it on your shit.
Nope. Well, I don't look at my shit.
Yeah,
it probably does show it, but I know what it is. And I'm playing, with them, I owe them, so it's like, yeah, we taking that shit. You working? Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, they owned it, but they bread, my nigga. That was my biggest highlight out of that 800, which that's why I don't be feeling too crazy about it, as I paid off one of my biggest debts. So that shit worked out for me in a way.
Right.
But other than that,
I had already planned. I had a plan for that shit. So that shit, see that how that shit work?
And that shit, and this right now, bro, it's just when it's big pulls on the puppy. Nigga, I just gotta be patient, man. Nigga, I know where I'm gonna go. I know where everything gonna be at. Just gotta. It's not time yet, my nigga. And my man's always told me too. That's which helped me all this time was, you here for now. You gotta look at it a certain way, because if not, you're gonna turn into a fucking. You're gonna implode type shit. Like,
I get what you mean.
And now,
that's definitely a fact.
This knowing that I got a trip next month, knowing how much I want to get out of here, this month is gonna be one of those. Like, I accepted that this one gonna be. It's gonna be a contender this month right here. It already started. Like, it's been like right now, bro. Like dead ass, my nigga. That's my stomach after eating that fish, bro. I feel crazy. It's like this gonna be one of those. You being funny now, huh? It's gonna be one of those months. So this is the time to see what you made up type shit, man. So and
the thing about it is I feel like every time you about to make a major move in your life, or you do make a shift, the universe don't play that shit. It's like, if I'm gonna really send you all these blessings, you're gonna have to really show me that you really about this shit, and it's gonna send you. And I feel like a lot of shit is, when you get a good idea and you feel good, and you feel good for like 2-3 days, and then you start doing nice shit for people, and it's not even like a drag. They could not be appreciative of it, and it don't fucking matter. I feel like the hardest part is staying in that energy, because when you stay in that energy, that's when your blessings continue to come forward. You know what I mean? And it's like you already know it's done, so it's like you acting as if it's done already.
Yeah.
And even though, you know what I mean, a motherfuckers will look at you a little bit weird, but it's just like, it's what the fuck ever. You know, and it's just like,
I think
if we could stay in that energy, that's how you manifest shit. You know what I mean? But then the universe gonna test you.
Yeah, of course.
It's gonna bring motherfuckers from left and right to come test that, see if it could take you off of that.
And the challenge, yo, bro, I think the biggest, you know how certain levels,
like
certain
your stomach
bosses,
hurt, right?
Yeah.
We gonna do the podcast today? Nah, we gonna still do it. All right.
Right.
Oh, okay. So you serious about this shit? Okay.
Right.
So you gonna work even through a stomach ache. You're not gonna. Oh, it's raining outside.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna still go run. Oh, we not using shit as excuses. No. Okay. So you really about this? Like, all right.
You know.
I'm gonna send these blessings.
You know, in video games, every boss had like a different trait or character shit. I just feel like the direction niggas chose to go upon is the test of much more not complicated, but much more like, oh word, like this one right here is knowing I have, like, knowing you have enough to destroy a block or some shit, and your challenge is not to. You have every single reason to do that. If you wanted to, you could. That's cool. It's no problem. But your challenge is not to do that. And that shit right there, bro. I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna meditate. And I guess she is forcing a nigga to rest. Because if you don't rest right now, bro, I'm gonna snap, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, my nigga. I'm gonna blow up on a lot of people around you, bro.
I'm gonna give you this. I guess we can end on this.
Copy.
In the book I'm reading, they say we gotta think like God.
Yeah.
God doesn't think in duality. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you say you're not doing enough. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're not doing enough. Nothing.
That's a fact.
Because when you plant a seed, you physically gotta pull the soil. You gotta do some work. Yeah. You put the seed in, you cover it up, you water it. But then your work is done. And now your job is to wait.
And that's a job in itself. Yeah.
And that's part of the process.
Yeah.
And do nothing, bro.
Like, do nothing.
Like, you know what farmers do all day after they go? They do nothing.
Yeah.
Go make sure the cows are good. Make sure you know what I mean? Everything, alright, everything good.
Yeah. Like
now we just waiting for harvesting.
So you're just the challenge is,
and it's just like
to
just
be
watch,
in the
just
moment.
watch. Like you set your shit up. Nah, just watch it. Don't let nobody take you off your energy. Just
control.
You know what I mean? Just watch it. It's like you like, so when you feel like you doing nothing, go watch like your everything. Put a list of all the shit you did to get the fuck up out of New York and just watch it. Be like, this it's my job just to watch. Look at all the work I did. 2 months I'm out of fucking here. Matter of fact, I think I wanted justice. I could do that now. So when I get out of here, I want a car at the airport to pick me up. So yeah. So let me adjust that right there. Yeah. But it's like you don't, and that's the hard part, especially with these people who, I hustle hard. Nah, nigga, you don't. If you really trying to be on some guy like bosses, they don't hustle hard. They just make sure everything's flowing right. You know what I mean? We gotta. That's what I was thinking about this the other day. Well, on the way here. We're no longer workers. We're the boss now. Bro, we're no longer workers. We're now the boss. A boss has a whole different schedule than the fucking workers. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes you be seeing Damon after hours there. Mm-hmm. What the fuck is he doing? He has a whole how come he never here when the theater's open?
Yeah.
He always here when the shit about to close, or maybe on the weekend, or a client comes and rents out. He has a different. He went on vacation again this month. They got a different fucking schedule than the fuck, and it's like we're gonna get workers. We're gonna have workers up under us. So we're gonna find people who got that drive. You know what I mean? And we will teach them the mentality of you a worker. You work for me, right? But one day you could be and it's just like, but you have to know how to switch that mind. Some people don't ever want to be bosses. They just want to work for somebody. Their work is into following somebody's dope ass movement. Your dream is enough for them. Helping you achieve your dream. They out there. They don't know who the fuck they don't know you. You don't know them. Maybe you met them. It's not time yet. Whatever the fuck it is. But it's just like, bro, half of the work is doing nothing. It's doing nothing, bro.
Just some real shit right there.
And it's just like, how the fuck? And it's just like, and then trusting that what you did was, and then how it's the universe turn to go and do its work. And trust that you trust that what you did, then the universe will do its part. Are you following the laws of the universe? You doing what you do? You doing everything with a good heart and putting it, you know what I mean? Are you coming from a place of lack or from a place of abundance? You come, everything, all you take, I ain't bad. That shit gonna come.
For sure.
And then you have to now be in that energy like that shit already came, because that's where it's gonna land. The motherfucking universe need to know where the fuck to throw that shit. You gotta be in that vibe. You gotta stay in that fucking energy. And that's the hard part. And it's just like, alright, it's already done. The shape that I want to be in is already done.
That shit starts with, stop worrying. Yeah, bro, that's it. That's it, bro.
And that's all
that's
it is.
it right there, bro.
And that shit is hard as
Stop worrying
fuck.
about what you can't control. That's it. That's all I gotta do. And that everything you just said sums it up in all a sentence. Stop worrying about what you can't control, bro. And that's it, bro. And that's really where it all comes from, the stress and the anxiety. Whether I know I'm doing it or not, you getting mad at somebody because of what you can't control that. You don't get mad. Even if they bring it to you, it's not your energy, it's theirs.
And that's a hard thing. Sometimes it's hard to do, but it's like.
But I know that. But my desperation at times to get the fuck out of here.
Right. I know exactly.
Takes that away.
Uh-huh.
Takes that strength away.
Right.
And then I'm back in the
funk.
And then I'm confusing the universe. Boom. And that.
Oh.
And that, bro. And that. That was hard. That was perfect, bro.
And that's a motherfucking episode.
Right,
it's your boy Remy Boy and your boy Theossi. Yeah, we out, my nigga. Talk your shh.
That was it right there.
Talk Your Shh is brought to you by PainInTheCulo.com and your boy Remy Roy causing that ruckus, where real ones come to talk about real nigga shit. You dig?